Yo, what's good guys? My name's Motoman and welcome to my Yamaha 2017 MT09 review. So it's been long awaited for my review of the MT09 2017 model. Welcome to it. It is finally upon us and it's going to be a good one. I can feel it. And of course, like everyone knows, the best thing about the MT09 is its engine. So let's go straight into that. No further delay. The engine of this bike is an absolute peach. It is rich in torque from 2000 RPM all the way up to 12, 13,000, 11,000 RPM where it's redlining. You never feel like you're waiting for torque to come in. It is an absolute torque monster. For how the bike feels when you sit on it, you wouldn't expect it to have the power it does. It is definitely more motard than it is super naked. Absolutely full of flickability and torque for days. Stones. Getting squirmish. Stray dog. Going on to the ride-by-wire throttle and how the old generation used to be a bit snatchy. Some people didn't like it, they felt a bit out of control. Well, I can tell you Yamaha has fixed that. 95% has been fixed. There might be a little 5% there where it doesn't have the same refinement of, say, a Ducati Hyper Motard or more expensive machines like that. But this bike, it really does feel like they've fixed 95% of those problems. Yamaha has done a fantastic job for 2017. Personally, for me, I started off riding the bike in standard mode. I tried B. B was okay, but I could tell it was definitely more of a rain mode. When I went to standard, I was like, yo, I like standard. The standard was very nice. Then I tried A after a while when I was more used to the bike. And I must say, I fell in love with A. I've kept it in A since then. I must say, A has been my go-to mode for the 4,900 odd kilometers I have on this. You're also getting the traction control with the 2017 model. You have traction control 1, 2, and you also can turn it off. Traction control 1, that has what I've found my favorite to be. It lets you wheelie the bike, it lets you slide a little bit, the back tire. It stops you from going over the top if you do wheelie, which is amazing. When you combine all of these technological features with the engine itself, it really does represent an amazing bike. The weight is a key aspect to this bike and why it is such a great machine. So flickable, you can literally shake the handlebars. Look at that, look at that. You're getting extreme chassis movement by doing that. It is quite ridiculous how much movement you can get and how flickable it can be for the amount of power that it has. You can't do that with a lot of motorcycles. 192 kilos sounds light, but it feels even lighter than that. It is a very, very light feeling bike. Combine that with its extreme punchy engine, it feels like a dirt bike. It feels like a hybrid motorcycle. It feels like it is designed to be a hooligan rider's dream. Absolute dream. A very, very light feeling bike. Combine that with its extreme punchy engine, it feels like a dirt bike. It feels like a hybrid motorcycle. It feels like it is designed to be a hooligan rider's dream. Another important feature updated for the 2017 MT-09 is its suspension. If I was to use one word for this suspension on the 2017 model, it would be progression. That is the word. You can feel the initial compression, feel the whole unit working, whereas the old one, it was kind of wavy. For me, this new suspension upgrade, especially the forks, feel like a massive upgrade. Now, that's not to say the rear shock doesn't. The rear shock is definitely a bit stiffer. It definitely feels better at speed. Both, you can feel, have had a considerable upgrade. Even though it's still set up a bit soft from factory, it's not really a problem until you start to really use the edge of the tire. When you're using the edge of the tire, that's when you can start to feel it's still wavy. But that's only because I haven't adjusted it specifically to my weight. But if you really want to know how it compares to the old MT09, the old generation, it is far and away 10 times better. There's a dog, look, Ma, wait! Oh, Ma, go. Dog's scared. That dog's not scared. Another feature the Yamaha MT09 has is a factory fitted quick shifter. Now I know in some countries, if you're in America for example, it's an optional extra that you have to pay a little bit more for, but here in Thailand and in most countries it comes standard. And I have to say, it's been a phenomenal experience personally for me, having a bike with a quick shifter, living with it. I absolutely love it. It does its job fantastically well, and it's just bucket loads of fun. It's not a necessity by any means, but it is super, super fun. It's smooth, and the amount of power this bike has, you'll be clicking through the gears, rear-ending cars every 5 seconds. You also get a slipper clutch, which works fantastically. Haven't had any issues with that. Allows you to slam down the gears into a corner, no problem whatsoever. Yamaha has really been doing very well with this MT range of bikes. Be it the MT-07, the 9 or the 10, they all have extreme pull all the time. You never seem to be waiting for the power to come in. They've really knocked it out of the park, Yamaha, in recent years with all of these bikes that have come out. And my last and final point for the review here today, guys, is value. In my opinion, there's a very sweet spot for motorcycling performance, and that is around 115 horsepower. When you keep the weight down and you still have that much power, it really can combine very sweetly for a very good ride. Now, of course, some people will want the 160, 200 horsepower monsters, fire-breathing monsters, of course, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, part of me wanted an MT10, but the MT09, in my opinion, fits a very, very good bracket. You've got power for days, hooliganism, low weight, all the technological advancements that you'd want from any modern day bike. Amazing value. And with that, guys, they're all my points and my thoughts of the 2017 MT09. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And thanks for tuning in today, guys. I'll see you on the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe. Motoman out.
Yo, what's good, guys? I'm Motoman and welcome to my Yamaha 2009.
See, I feel like I'm very distracted.
Very hard, man. I'm still good, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah? So I mean, take two, but flow. Yo, what's good, guys? I'm Motoman.
Oh man.
Yo, what's good, guys? I'm Motoman.
Alright.
Oh, that was wrong. It's so wrong.
I'll write your script next time, bro.
Alright, so, what to say? It's a good thing about editing, isn't it? Just cut everything out.
Yeah, there's room, bro.
My name is Motoman.